Okay, let's go ahead and start. I'll offer us an opening prayer. You can do closing. Is that cool?
Perfect. That sounds great.
Okay. All right. Our dear Heavenly Father, we're grateful for this day. We're grateful for all the blessings we have. We're grateful that we could have a group to work together, and we ask thee that thou please be with Becca as she's going to be delivering her baby tomorrow, that she will be watched over and protected. Please help us that we will be able to have clear minds um and have an understanding of the work that we're supposed to be doing this week, and grateful for all the blessings we have in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, so let's go ahead and just dig in to the
Group agenda there.
agenda. All right, so should so the offer, let's see. Are they, so it's should Doug accept the turn offer? Is it I was confused on this one because I don't know if they're talking about the B. Did you see the B? There's a
The different cases.
mm-hmm.
I think from my understanding, case B and C, they just go into detail about, how afterward they decided to go with Shields, and then kind of just the situation with him and kind of a problem that develops. I think this one is just that first question is kind of based on just the first case.
Okay.
And then I think later on is you kind of add in, there's like a page or two document that kind of explains what's going on.
Okay. So
Uh,
yeah, I mean, if we use the data from the worksheet, I would say no, but I don't know. What do you think?
um, I mean, just from a financial thing. So the answer I gave was no, but he could use that situation to get more of the stocks from Shields in the deal.
Okay.
So yes, I think he should turn. I mean, he was like in the three series of funding. It was like 6-7 million worth.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes to 6.2 million.
That's a big jump,
Yeah.
but yeah. I mean, I mean, you even look at just investing, and you're not going to find an investment that gives you that type of returns. Given that's also, I looked up like the average time that it takes to get those fundings. Said it was about like 2 to 3 years between funding rounds. So even if that was the case, he's still going to make like 500,000 in year just in growth.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a hard investment to turn down, in my opinion.
Yeah. Um, see. Let's- Okay. So how much money would he receive if he accepts the turn offer? Um,
Um, wasn't it? Oh, looking at the wrong one.
Isn't it? I mean, the payout is 1.3 million if he just, I mean, because it's $2 million sale, so then he has to, give the money back to the angel investors,
Hmm.
but he would get $1.3 million cash because it's
Uh-huh.
1.5 before tax. So yeah, 1.3 million before. Let's see. Since half of the buyout, I'm just looking at the agenda. Since half of the
Yep.
buyout offer is in cash, you need to treat it as cash sale and give the investors 2 times their investment in cash.
Which is what it did in the spreadsheet. I don't know
Oh,
why.
okay.
I
Okay.
mean, yeah, it doubled it. Cash would be 216 for each investor. They invested 100,000 to begin with.
Yeah. Okay. So that the spreadsheet answered that for us. So it's,
Yeah, I don't.
oops, it's what was it? 1.352 million.
Yep. And then also 1.5 in preferred stock, which is also going to grow. I don't know. One thing I wasn't exactly clear on in the case, if he sold the company, would he still be able to work for him just in a different capacity? Thing I guess I didn't understand or don't know if it mentioned.
Well, didn't he say he didn't want to?
Oh, did
Hmm.
it? I must have missed that one.
So I
I
thought
mean,
that's
to
why
be
he
honest,
wanted to hire the other guy. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
no, I don't remember that part of it. But I mean, if that's the case, I mean, my only thing was just to justify like that option. Like, I mean, if he could continue to work for him and be part of that legacy
Mm-hmm.
and getting that payout, like it's a pretty attractive offer. But
Yeah.
I understand why he decided not to.
Mm-hmm. Um, okay. So how much does Shields deserve?
If they sell out, it's a
Yeah, I
weird.
think so. I'm assuming so.
If they sell out, I don't think he deserves anything. I mean, at that point, he hasn't been signed on. He hasn't worked for him.
Yeah, he doesn't really have skin in the game
Yeah,
necessarily. So,
yeah, that's a weird question.
well, let's see. I'm looking at the
The exhibit,
mm-hmm.
but I think that's post fact,
Mm,
post event.
okay. Yeah. I don't think he deserves anything.
No, I agree.
I mean, maybe like a severance type situation because it's like he's being hired as an employee more, you know?
But I don't think at that point he'd been hired because he hadn't signed any papers yet because it said it came in 3 days before
Mm-hmm.
signing anything. So
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Why does Washig want Doug to reject the turn offer? Mm,
I mean, I would just assume that, you know, he would get a nice return on his investment, but if you wait 8, 10 years like most venture capitalists do, that can turn and triple and quadruple and just that same thing as anything else. The longer you hold on to that risk, the more it's worth.
yeah.
So I mean, venture capitalists, they're in there for the long game.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like especially the round one investors and the angel investors, where they get in cheap right at the beginning.
Mm. Okay. Why hold out for more? Because it's more.
Yeah, money. It works like that.
Um,
Greater incentive for financial gain. That's as simple as that. Like that.
um, ability, payback, investors, I guess. Can Doug use the turn offer to his advantage if he rejects it?
Yes. I don't know. I come back to the same thing. Like I just feel he could use it to leverage the whole 50-50 split with Shields, which I actually thought of before I read that case study.
Mm,
But it was gratifying to know that's what actually ended up happening.
mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So, let's see.
You can take a second and read that case B if you want. It's just like a page and a half there.
Okay. So, um, mm, should he hire Barr? Well, he's got some, kind of reservations about him not knowing the platform. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe their personalities wouldn't mix, but
With the founder,
mm-hmm.
what's his name? It's Shields and
Cosman.
Doug. Yeah, Cosman. So from my understanding, it was tension between Barr and Cosman, and then Shields liked Barr and thought he'd do well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. From my perspective, I think you should hire him.
You think the recommendation, like the networking is because he came recommended from another
from Washing.
partner.
Yeah. I just think, I mean, I agree with Shields' kind of conclusion that it's more important for a person to be, you know, not investment, startup proficient versus knowledge of the specific industry and problems. Because I feel like knowledge you can learn, but ability and leadership you can't. So I would think that would trump knowledge of the industry, although it does raise a good point that Cosman just doesn't like him or has reservations about him,
Yeah.
which could raise a
I
whole lot of
mean,
issues, which
yeah. I mean, his reservations might just be that he doesn't know Yieldex, but there's not going to be a lot of options if they're that new that know
yeah.
their product.
I mean, you think back to the other case and it was they went to a bunch of venture capitalists and nobody knew what they were spending half the meeting trying to figure out what he was selling,
Mm-hmm.
trying to explain that to him. Like, you really think there's going to be a lot of people into the industry that have that deep knowledge like you do? I think it's kind of preposterous. And then to also have the business sense to get it done.
Okay. Yeah, so the decision could affect company culture, um, and the fact that um he doesn't like him.
Yeah. I think it comes down to demanding results, I feel like, by the reputation there. I mean, it says Cosman was also concerned that Barr seemed to be questioning the skill and output of some of the employees that he had hired. Like, that just, to me, says there would be a kind of adjustment of kind of demanding better results, more results focused, you know, people focused, which would definitely shift company policy, company structure, um, relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're doing work here. I apologize.
No, it's all good. We're just have someone to talk through it is helpful. Um, okay. Um,
I'm gonna put here on the leadership team, uh, just adding additional um, like leadership dynamic
Mm-hmm.
and shifting more power away from Cosman, which may cause problems. Um, I don't know. Consider company culture.
Investor relationships.
I feel it strengthen the relationship with Washing. I
Mm-hmm.
would imagine, just because he's kind of the recommendation of Washing.
Yeah, since he has like Bar has relationships. Mm,
And I guess he's also, I'm again accustomed to startups and being that VP, so I'd assume he has the skills to deal with investors regularly.
okay. All right. Um, okay, so let's move on to the third one. So that KC is pretty easy. So
Yeah.
to Tom Shields. Doug continues to be disruptive. His salary is 100K. He holds the title CTO, which I should have. His team wasn't functional. Do the right thing for the company.
Mm-hmm. What
Yeah.
does the right thing for the company mean?
Well, he thinks that he should be out.
Yeah, that's kind of what from good old Bar's point of view. He wants him gone, and that he's wasting money. Which that is kind of a crazy salary, but
Hmm. See. Well, I think doing the right thing, I think he means do the right thing for the company when he says that. He means do the right thing for me.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I mean partly, but
'Cause he's the outsider. Bar is like he
yeah.
was the one that was hired by them. So,
But I mean, also coming from that, I guess it doesn't really give a ton of like actual background of what happened in the meantime.
mhm,
But I mean, by the statement of he replaced the entire team, like that, maybe they were underperforming, and maybe um, there was. I mean, throughout the whole thing, um, shoot, what Cosman has said consistently, I'm not a leader.
mhm,
I just want to be in charge of the product and the software. So, I mean, that does raise a lot of red flags, but also that seemed pretty pretentious.
mhm.
I don't know if it is the right thing to fire Cosman or not.
I don't think that he should be fired. Maybe like a different role, but
Thing is, where would they put him?
yeah.
Especially with the $170,000 salary.
I mean, maybe it is better for him to just sell and walk away if he doesn't want to
Yeah,
work for the company, he doesn't want to lead.
that's kind of this was kind of the worst case scenario I was thinking of for Cosman going into this before I read all these case studies,
Yeah.
these additional two. I don't know. I think that it may be beneficial to just can him and start anew, but I also think we're lacking a lot of information that would be needed to decide that. Because if Barr is right, and you know, at that point he's just a leech to the company, 100%. Fire him. You've already replaced most of his staff. You're not going to have people leaving because of him.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll lose somebody who's experienced in the field, but experience can be replaced. I guess it all really comes down to whether Barr is actually improving performance or not.
Yeah. Mm.
That also brings up the thing I just realized. I think he still has a seat on the board.
Mm-hmm. The day-to-day operations aren't, he's not needed, right?
Yeah, he said he just wanted to be over the big picture and software development. I think, if I remember that part of the case. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think he's 100% needed just by the information given.
Okay. What value does Doug bring to the company now that they have his algorithm?
I could just be industry expertise, just as a professional in the field. I mean, there's something that he had to develop that that process, that solution.
Ongoing support.
Yeah. But then again, he's also said pretty dang consistently, I'm not a leader, I'm not a leader. Somebody else step in and lead, and then you also have that voice in the back of your head that says, I'm making the decisions
Mm-hmm.
because you're a co-founder, and that's also dangerous continuing a company.
Yeah. So I think that can be how could Doug have avoided getting into the situation? He uh, um
Also, he could have just sold the company.
yeah. So do you want to change your minds about the buyout now?
Well, with the information we had up above, I still feel like that because how they structured this, I feel like it's like you kind of just go along and then you get more information. With the information we had at the beginning, I still think that it was a good idea to for him to hire Shields.
Do we think that he should
Oh,
do we change our minds about the buyout now? Like should he have sold now
uh,
having all this information?
I apologize. My head was in another. I didn't realize that was another question. Um,
I think yes, I would change it. I would tell him to sell because now he's in this tense situation and he is possibly going to lose his job and he might his interests might be better or his talents might be better used moving on to the next thing, like develop the next thing that he could invest in instead of try to stick around and make all this work out.
yep, yep. Especially somebody who's just so drastically different than him. I mean, he could have sold to the guy he knew and worked with him, but he didn't.
Mm. Okay. All right. Okay. We can move on to the home plates case study. I'm just trying to see what it's asking us. Share the group, what your answers were to the questions. If there are any discrepancies, work together to find the right answers. Take time to give the summary of your votes and final decisions thought. We'll need to provide a time stamp in addition to your link so the instructor will know when the summary begins.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
What?
Well, let's I'll pull up the case study. Okay. So the case prep, so this is if you haven't you haven't done this one yet?
I have. I'm gonna find it. I was just reading that and I was like, oh shoot, I better find my document that I uploaded. What the heck? Did I not submit? Why is that only? Oh, that's right. It was just one. That was dumb. Yes.
All right.
Yes,
So
I have
this
it finished.
so we just have on here just the options if she's going to just keep it or have an angel investor. Um, let's see, the questions that we answered. I don't know if we're supposed to be discussing these the case prep or this group assignment. Which option is better? Oh, I think that's so we're supposed to take our answers from the one that we did, discuss it, and then make a decision about what she should do.
Mhm.
Okay. So I don't know how if yours were different. How does the convertible debt affect Lexi's ownership? So
3B.
I just put that the convertible debt right here, it helps her keep a higher percentage of ownership in the company.
Yep.
Um, I mean, obviously with this one, she gets 100%, but then her valuation is only 1,000. So that's quite different from this, where she gets to retain some of her ownership,
Mm-hmm.
but have a exponentially higher valuation. Um, it's even higher than this option too. So with the convertible debt, with the angel investor having the convertible debt, they only have a 9% ownership. So
Yep.
that was what I came up with. Did you have something different?
No. Nope. I said the same thing. The, if I think the convertible loan is better. I think if they come in at a lower number than whatever, I think it was $1, then she's gonna lose percentage because the angel investor will get more. But I think it just makes more sense money wise that she take the convertible loan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that just, I mean, numbers wise, that just made more sense.
Yeah.
Given she's taking more risk, but
Yeah.
she's also starting a business that's kind of risky in and of itself.
So for the seed round, what did you have? So there's, these because the convertible stuff was with venture capital and all that. So if we're going back to the seed round, which one do you think is the better option for her? This 50-50, where the valuation's a little lower, or it's 80-20, but she's giving up.
Oh, I guess I did not understand that assignment. Where is this?
Yeah, this is the what the video walks through.
Okay, I thought we were just supposed to fill out the numbers. Okay, well, funny enough, I got 100% on this one, I think.
Oh, you already
Okay.
turned it in?
Yeah, I've already turned both of them in. I think I got 100% on both of them.
Oh.
From my understanding, it was just different. 3A $2 a share. I don't know. I thought, well, I feel like she has to go through with the Series A anyway. So I would think it'd be um done there with the convertible loan. Don't all the numbers in that sheet line up with mine? I guess I didn't.
So the before taking on the venture capital, so out of these three options, which one do you like the best? Is it better for her to have a higher valuation, like post money valuation, but have a higher percentage, or have like that the pre-money is a little lower and the post money valuation is lower, but she has a lower percentage? Like which one is better?
Uh,
Like I just assume that the 80-20 is gonna be better. Um, that's putting it at quite a high valuation, which means she has to turn that much more,
mhm.
create that much more value, but then she has 80% ownership of the company.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you, and I'll have to go back and watch that video.
Okay, and then we have to talk about this MMM, which is um mal malctuary money management, which is the um investor. So
Series
she
A
needs
investment.
$50,000. So I'm looking at the group assignment. She needs
Yep.
$50,000 to get to her next one. So they want a 30% stake. She's seeking an additional $1 million from Blind Squirrel Partners. So for if we are MMM, whoops, then this one, let's see what the question is. Which option is better for Lexi? Which is better for MMM?
Uh, I mean, I would assume.
I think that this one, this series, let's see.
Yeah. I mean, that's Series A, Angel Round, Series A. Sure.
The best, well, I don't know, because I was gonna say the best for MMM would be the first one, but then the valuation is only 166 and they only get 117 per share. So I don't know that that's the best for them. It might be this Series
Last.
A if they can get the valuation, the pre-money valuation at 2.5 million.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna have 17, their shares are 1750 each, and then they have a 21% ownership.
Okay.
So for me, that seems like that is probably the best for MMM. I mean, there's this convertible debt one, which is a lower investment. But and then but their shares are worth more.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that one is going to end up being the most profitable, but they're also, I mean, with profit comes risk. I mean, that's the whole thing about the convertible loan is it's the transfer of risk from you to the other parties, the founder.
Hmm.
So, I mean, I definitely agree with that assessment there that number, what is it? 3 would be the best for whatever monkey management thing that is.
Yeah.
And
So as long as they can get this $2.5 million valuation, it's better for them because
yep,
they get more equity and more ownership.
yep.
Okay. So that's so, but which one is better for Lexi? Let's see. I think,
Last option there,
yeah,
no?
this one's better for Lexi because she gets 70% equity and all of that, all of those
2.5
shares.
million in total equity. Yeah, that's significant.
Yeah.
That's a big jump from what did she initially invest in it? 10,000?
Uh, I thought it was 1,000.
Yeah, I think it was 1,000. That's not a bad jump. Not a bad
At
jump.
1,000 post money valuation, $1,000. So, yep.
She is
Uh,
making her money back.
I'm just gonna answer this really quick so we can, oops, and then we can go back and type in more. Okay. So yeah, so this one is better for her. She's gonna make more money. She doesn't have to give up as much equity. She does have to give them, they get a discount kind of, or they get more shares for less money with this
Mhm.
option, this MMM. But in the long run, it's better for her. They only end up owning 2% of the company, so
Yep.
that one's not better for them. It's better for Alexi though.
Yep. And I agree the second one, I mean, that's definitely the best for the monkey.
Money management. Okay.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that last one. Yeah.
Which one?
Sorry.
Oh, this one?
I mean, if you just look at total equity, no, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it goes up, but then they only have, wait, no, it's this one that we liked. If they can get that
Yes.
250, because
Yep.
this one, it's not as much investment, but they only own 4%.
Yep. I agree. Sorry, I got mixed up in the different ones.
Okay. Okay, so yep, that's our decision, and we like those options for Lexi and for MMM. Okay,
So now,
so now
now
for
we do a summary, right?
okay, so for this assignment from the prep analysis, calculate the following capitalization tables.
Pre and post. Isn't that what we did in the spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Or is that an additional one?
Oops.
50,000. 30% stake. Okay, so the pre-money would be 1,100 667. Wouldn't that be which one are you? 50,000. 1 million.
Did I just that's right. Okay. So let's back to that one. 30% stake.
Mm-hmm. Be the top one, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Except the new money, they're only getting in a 50,000 in this one. Would we need to change that? Oh no. Nope, nope. Those are two different, sorry.
Yeah, I think it's this one because they seek the additional
Yep.
$1 million. Oops. And then if she's able to get a pre-money valuation of 2.5 million, what share of the company does Lexi own after the second financing? So that one is this one. Um when she's able to get 50%.
Yeah.
What share of the company will MMM own? On that one, it would be 21%. What share will BPS own? That would be 29%. Were you getting different numbers or are we
No,
good?
no, yep. I'm following along. Sorry, I didn't look into this second one as much as I thought I did.
Okay. Suppose instead of setting a value, the initial financing, Lexi convinces MMM to issue convertible debt with 0% interest and 10% discount. What share? Okay, so that's this one. So what share?
So that's the 70. w28.
This one. Was it BSP? Okay, so maybe let's have, I don't think we need to really expand on these ones. They're kind of just asking for numbers from there. But I think we should, I'll expand on these ones a little bit.
On
On this home
Yep.
plate one, the last option is better for Lexi. I'll expand on that a little bit and just write a better summary of why.
I can do the Yieldex ones. I can do
And
both.
if you want to answer those ones, I mean, we can just take the information from the agenda
Mm-hmm.
and convert it over to here. And if you want to kind of write a paragraph, are you
Yep.
okay doing that?
Yep. I can do that. I'll make it nice and
Okay. Yeah, since the spreadsheet is, since I filled in all the spreadsheet, and I'll fill in the answers on the rest of the spreadsheet for the group one for
okay.
home plate. Um,
Okay.
if you can just answer those, the Yieldex questions, then we'll turn those in by Saturday.
Okay.
Does that work?
That works great. Are we supposed to do a summary of our votes? Did I see that in the
Well, I'll just have to go figure out the timestamp on it and then
Okay.
tell him what we decided on, when we discussed it. So I'll figure out when the timestamp was and I'll notate it after I upload the video.
Okay. Perfect.
I think that if we can split it that way, then I'm happy with that.
Yeah, no, that one pretty dang good.
Okay, cool. All right. Sounds good. And I will just plan on submitting it like Saturday afternoon.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, awesome. We did good.
Much.
We did good.
We did, just
Okay,
us two. We did it. We did it. It's done.
so do you want to plan on setting the stuff for next week? I'll just
Yes, I'll set